Hey everybody, welcome back to Awakened Intuition. My name is Steve. I'm trying a new setup with my camera today, so hopefully it works out pretty good. But nonetheless, I'm here and I'm here to talk to you today, judging by the title, Astral Projection. Now, the purpose of this is really anything you want it to be, despite something negative. You can't really use it for that purpose, for reasons I'll get into. But basically, astral projection, while some think it's weird, some aren't sure, some are scared by it, I'm here to tell you right now it's not a scary thing per se, and I'm going to show you how to do it really easily. This is a technique that I use. I actually used it this morning. So astral projection is a sense where you basically perceive life out of your body, an out-of-body experience. There's a lot of details that go into it, but essentially that's what it is, an out-of-body experience that you create yourself, although it can be done without you doing it yourself. But this is the real surefire way to do it. This technique is going to help you get it right away. I recommend you try it. Even if you're a little scared, recognize that nothing's going to go wrong with this, and it's worth a shot. So here's how you do the astral projection. Here's how I do it. It works very effectively. I'm going to start by saying this. The most effective times of the day to do this are right before bed or when you wake up in the morning. This is for a few reasons. One, because our brain waves are in a state where we're more dreamlike, first of all. So it allows us to tap into that energy reserve much easier, right? And when our bodies are relaxed, like we're going to sleep or we're waking up, it's much easier to also achieve this because our bodies are way more relaxed. So if we're not going to do this in the morning or the night, it can still be done, but it is much easier at those times of the day because it will occur more naturally with your body. Now, let's say we're doing it before bed, okay? Or in the morning, but this is the steps that I would go through. First of all, I lay down. I'm not going to do that here on camera because there's no room, but I lay down, I go to my bed, I get nice and comfy, I spread out, and I relax. I take deep breaths and ground myself. Now, the human mind loves to analyze, question, interpret, and we have to do our very best to avoid that in this practice, because if we're trying to analyze everything and we're trying to decipher what's going on or the sensations we're feeling, it's most likely not going to work. And this goes for a lot of things. You know, we need to be very zen and grounded. So this is why we lay down, we take a deep breath, something like this, so exaggerate. We do a couple of those, and we start to really relax into the moment, okay? The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna scan. I like to go from my feet, so toes, ankles, feet, heels, and I close my eyes, a nice soft gaze, and I imagine the sensation. I put my awareness in my feet. From there, I visualize in my mind a sort of 3D image of what my feet look like and the sensations of them. This does two things twofold. One, it relaxes your body, which is essential to do the astral projection technique. And two, it puts your awareness in the moment of the physical response of your body. If our minds are constantly running and worrying about what we did today, what we're going to do tomorrow, what's going on then, how we should have done something different, the technique's not going to work as well. So we want to relax, put our intention into our body and our focus into our body, which will ground us in the moment. This whole process of scanning the body takes about maybe 5-10 minutes, but it's good because it will make you feel really drowsy and put you into that right state where you're ready to go into that dream state, okay? So, now if I'm going too fast, you can always rewind and listen again, but here's how it works. So you scan your feet. I start with the bottom of my body, and I work my way up slowly. I scan the part of my body, slowly working my way up, okay? Eventually, I get to my stomach, my waist. I relax every muscle. I lengthen my body. Don't let my spine get compressed from bad posture. I just stretch out on my bed, relax, feel my neck relaxing, my whole body. And by this point, you should be really, really like dead weight relaxed, okay? Then you get to your head, and you relax your head, and you just kind of lay there. Now you should have in your mind a 3D sort of image of what your body looks like. You should be totally relaxed, and you should be very still and just peaceful, very quiet. Now what I do at this point is I put the mental intention. Now that I'm totally relaxed, I say in my mind a couple of times in a row, I'm going to astral project. I'm ready to astral project. I'm not afraid to astral project. And I say this a couple of times in my mind as I just relax and I'm just sort of floating. Imagine myself just floating like a sensory deprivation tank. We're just floating. We're not trying to, do anything extra. We're just sitting there floating, and now we're saying to ourselves a couple of times in our head, I am ready to astral project. I am ready. Now we let that go. Okay? We're laying, and we relax our body. We just concentrate on that, and we're not thinking about anything else. Eventually what's going to happen is you're going to reach a state of being called the vibrational state. I've experienced this many times. I experienced it this morning as well, which has inspired me to come here and talk to you about this. If you haven't experienced the vibrational state, it is an amazing sensation, and to some it could be alarming. Here's what happens. Your whole body is going to start to get these sort of jitters, but it's not like pins and needles, it's like jitters, and your whole body is going to begin to feel like it's shaking and vibrating, essentially, hence the vibrational state, like you're surging with electricity. Some people say that this is where our body begins to separate from the physical into the astral plane, which I think makes sense because this is the last thing that happens before you successfully project yourself, the vibrational state. Now, it's very important that, well, first of all, I'm going to say you will not mistake this. This is, if you have the vibrational state, you can't say, oh, I don't know if I got it or not. It's very noticeable. It's a full body jolt. You're going to feel it. Now, it's very important when you reach the vibrational state that you don't panic or try to analyze it or say, oh my God, what is happening? Because the second you do that, it's going to break the focus and you're going to panic. The body's going to tighten up and you're going to lose the relaxation state that you worked very hard to achieve. Now, understand also, as a preface, you may not achieve the projection successfully your first time. It actually took me about 2 weeks of practicing every night to get it finally right for the first time. And, that this was about a year or two ago, but, it's, for some people it will come fast. For some, it may take a bit more practice because some people are scared and they're tense and you have to really work into it. So, back to the vibrational state. You're shaking, or it feels like you're shaking, and this is where the essential moment happens. You don't panic, and this is called the rope technique. There are a lot of different ways. I'll probably make another video about another method that works for me, but this one is the most essential and honestly the most powerful and the most quick to learn. So sorry if that sounds redundant, but this is what we'll do. So you imagine yourself, remember that 3D model we made of our bodies in our mind, the image? We're going to imagine ourselves reaching out and pulling out of our body and pulling up. It's very important you reach out and you pull yourself up, okay? This is gonna feel really weird because you're gonna feel like paralyzed from the vibration. You're gonna feel like you can't move. And when you move your arm, you're gonna be like, I'm moving in bed. I'm really moving. My physical body's moving, but it's not. You're gonna feel like you're moving, but your body's stationary. It's a very bizarre feeling that I find is difficult to explain in words, but you'll know what I mean when you get there. When you get to that state, you're gonna feel like you're moving, but your arm and your head are gonna be totally still. You can look, but your body is laying still, okay? So then you'll pull out of your body and you're gonna lift yourself up. You say, I'm lifting myself up. I'm doing this. I'm astral project. Put that intention in your head. You reach up, you grab a rope like you're feeling like a rope, and you pull yourself out. And then you get up, okay? At this point, you don't want to go back down. You don't want to climb back in because most likely you'll wake up and be like, oh, and then that's it. And then it'll probably end and you'll have to wait until later or try again. And it's going to be a little bit more of a waste in that sense. So just get right up. Now this is going to become weird because immediately you'll recognize that you don't have a body, okay? You're like a floating consciousness that can move. You can actually float. The first time I ever did, and this is going to sound weird to people who aren't into this, but this is really what happened. I was living in an apartment during my student teaching, and I was practicing astral projection every night for about 2 weeks. Like I said, it was my first successful projection, and I got up out of my body, and I was in my living room. I said, whoa. And I looked down, and I had no feet, no legs. I said, oh my God, what's happening? I looked back, my bed, it was weird because I didn't see my body. I saw like a black sort of shadow where my body would be. And I thought to myself with my intention, I'm going to go up. Let's go up, okay? And then I floated up, okay? Now, when you do this, it's important that when you project, you do not go in with the intention to spy on people, use the projection for negative things, do horrible things with it. You need to just do it for your own spiritual advancement. And for some reason, you'll see in a lot of, readings and a lot of accords that people have written and a lot of threads, I guess is the word I'm looking for, about astral projection. You'll see that people actually can't use it for negative things because once they try, it just ends. It's almost like you just can't do it. So a good way to test if you've really done it, because you might think you're just lucid dreaming, right? A good way to really test that you've done it is go to something in your house or in your neighborhood. It's going to be, the first time you do, it's going to be very hard to travel far. Some people say they can travel to other planets. So I haven't done that. It's not something I've been able to do. But to test that you've really done it, go to like a drawer in your house or something like right outside your house where you live and look at a fine detail of something, or like a receipt or something very specific, and remember it. And then when you get up, go to it in real life. And if it's the same, you've certainly done it, right? So again, a quick recap: you relax, meditate, scan the body, take your time, clear your mind. Then once you're totally relaxed, put in the intention of astral projection and just relax, feel the vibrational state, pull yourself up, and don't go back, because you'll be fine. You're not going to get stranded like that movie Insidious. That doesn't happen. You'll return to your body. Everything will be safe. It will be fine. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen right away. And have fun with it. Do it for your own benefit. This is a good thing. You know, you can do a lot with it. I mean, it's just a fun sort of exercise, and it deepens your spiritual prowess. And I think it's just a good thing to do. And again, it's most easy. Honestly, I think it's easier in the morning because I'm waking up, I'm already in the dream state, but it's also more doable at night. I find it's very difficult in, the afternoon, evening hours, but nighttime, do the relaxation method. In the morning, you might not even have to do that full relaxing and scanning method because you're already so relaxed and tired and half asleep and hazy that you'll just jump right into it. That's what happened to me this morning. I just said, you know what, I'm going to project right now. Then I laid back, I was so tired, and then I hit the vibrational state within seconds. I hit it maybe within 20, 30 seconds, and I was, whoa, my ears started buzzing, and I felt crazy. And it worked. So it's gotten easier for me. And leave a comment, Let me know if it works for you. Let me know if this is something interesting for you. And there are other astral projection methods I'd love to talk about on the channel as well, and I'm probably going to, but this is the most basic, and you'll see the most quick results with it. So yeah, I'm hoping the camera was okay for this. When I edit the video, we'll see. I did it in a different way today, but yeah. So that's Astral Projection 101 with me. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for everything you do. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. We have 33 followers. Thank you. So awesome and so badass. I appreciate it. Really, I do, from the bottom of my heart. And I'm a bit more energetic today. I've been in the dumps lately. So now that I'm actually getting on my feet and I'm feeling good, and weather's nice. I love the fall weather coming. So things are good. Thank you. I hope everyone else is just as good, and if not better. And there's something weird in here. There you go, swiped it away. Sorry. I'll see you next time. Peace.